What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering at South Park. Absolutely destroyed the healthy at all sizes, the Lizzos of the world, the quick fix jabs, all this kind of stuff. And we're definitely gonna enjoy a laugh at their expense. But it's also a day. I won't keep you too long, but I think it's important to recognize. Today is Memorial Day in the United States. It's a federal holiday, of course. But what it's really about is honoring and mourning U.S. military personnel who passed away while serving in the United States Armed Forces. To me, because I have a global audience, I think of this kind of applying to all those who had the courage to serve, and I think that it says something about our society that fallen soldiers get one day that flies by before you even can notice it. And there's an entire Pride Month. There's an entire History Month of various skin colors. Time passes very quickly, and it's easy to forget the tough battles that were fought for this country's freedom and for freedom around the world. People forget that, World War II is a thing. World War I is a thing. These conflicts nowadays are more politicized and more tactical and more political, but that doesn't change those who lost their lives serving, fighting for freedom. And so I do thank you, all those who have served, and you're on my mind today. Speaking of that, here's a fat Cartman. South Park mercilessly mocks Lizzo in the End of Obesity episode, centered around celebrity favorite Ozempic. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's basically an injection you take that's supposed to be for people who have diabetes, but everyone's running to it because it's helping people lose weight. If you've used it, I'm not judging you personally. I'm saying that the reality is, in my short lifetime alone, there have already been dozens of miracle cures or easy roads to travel to lose weight. Many of them have ended in class action lawsuits. I think that generally, without a lifestyle change, I say this as a fat, as somebody who could afford Ozempic, who could afford these things, I just don't think that the long-term value of them is there. If you don't change your lifestyle, if you don't change the food you eat, like this stuff there's no easy way in life. There's no easy mode in life unless you're a journalist playing video games. South Park took aim at Lizzo in the animated series, unrelentingly mocked Lizzo in an episode centered around celebrity use of Ozempic. The newly released episode is titled The End of Obesity. It was released this week, and it revealed the weight loss drug that, just about everybody's on. The 36-year-old singer was lampooned, more like harpooned, on the long-running mature animated series. In the series episode, fan favorite Eric Cartman, whose comedy comes from his size, goes to the doctor's office in hope of seeking Ozempic amid a weight loss craze. However, he hits a snag as the medical insurance doesn't cover the drug made for diabetes patients, nor does he have the money to buy it. I thought the episode also made some poignant points about the United States healthcare system, which is far from perfect. It's a system that, if you have money, they're more than willing to take it. And do whatever you want. But for most people, the system is wildly broken. I happen to be, here's my more, communist position, is that I know it's wild, but I happen to think, getting sick shouldn't bankrupt you for life. Things like that, even with insurance. Anyway, the doctor feels bad for Eric and tells him, I'm going to write your prescription for Lizzo. She's a really good singer who talks about body positivity and just being happy the way you look. I want you to listen to Lizzo 5 times a day. Watch her videos just before bedtime. I'm afraid you'll be on Lizzo for the rest of your life. Ever since Lizzo has become a stronghold name, she pushed the body positivity message. By the way, of course, she's going to lose weight, just like they all do. However, later in the episode, Cartman declares rich people get Ozempic, poor people get body positivity. True. The South Park episode End of Obesity is now streaming. In recent years, many celebrities have seen very drastic weight changes. Rebel Wilson, Amy Schumer, Oprah, all are among those who have admitted to using the substance. The South Park episode comes months after the manufacturer of the blockbuster drug urge Hollywood stars to stop hogging it and similar medication because of shortages. Yeah, the people who actually need it for health reasons can't get it. They're driving the price up too. In a bizarre 30-second advert on television, Eli Lilly, which makes weight loss drugs, urge those who are not obese to steer clear of it. Please stop buying our drugs. You're not going to hear that often. It's said to have only been tested and approved for people who are overweight or obese, who are of higher risk of other conditions like heart disease and cancer, or those who have type 2 diabetes. The caption for the advert read, "Some people have been using medicine never meant for them, for a smaller dress or tuxedo, for a big night, for vanity. But that's not the point. People whose health is affected by obesity are the reason we work on these medications." Eli Lilly's CEO also recently told CNN, "We have a point of view about how these drugs are being used. These medications were invented for people with serious health conditions. They were not invented just for someone who is famous to look a little better." Blockbuster weight loss drugs, which cost about $950 a month out of pocket, have been in shortage for months amid surging demand. The number of prescriptions written for the weight loss drugs in the United States have surged more than 2,000% since 2019. Gee, I wonder why. From 230,000 prescriptions in 2019. I mean, is anybody surprised that rich Hollywood elites? I mean, these are people that, you know, they're going to go on TV and tell you that you're healthy at all sizes. You know, that being overweight is good and good for you. But then they're secretly taking all these drugs. Most of the, you know, a lot of the problems with the Hollywood people that I have is like, they present they have liposuction, they have plastic surgery, they take every drug on the market to keep looking the way they're looking. And then they tell Americans that if you just, you know, they never disclose all the hard work that it takes to get there. All the shortcuts they took. And so young kids look at that and they're like, oh, look at this actress, looks so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Well, you found out there on every drug in the book that they had plastic surgery, like all these people, Jennifer Aniston, all these people, oh, they look so great for their age. Yeah, they spent, you know, $6 million on, you know, injecting butt fat into their faces. I mean, you see, you know, all this too, by the way. And then, of course, she responds. But we're going to get to that in a second. South Park brutally takes aim at Lizzo in the end of obesity episode. I mean, Lizzo is gigantically obese. This is not up for debate. You know, but again, look at all these moms. Yeah, it's going to be great. Anyway, let me get to her response. "You can't afford Ozempic, try Lizzo." You see once a weekly Lizzo diet suppressor, and you see her respond to it, and her cope is unbelievable. Like, her cope is so hilarious. She's trying to say like, oh yeah, I'm actually that cool. I'm that popular. I thought I had this up. Let me grab it quick. Yeah, here.
Here we go.
So I'm going to skip this part because I don't want to get flagged, but it's just the Ozempic episode. Or the Lizzo episode, I mean.
FDA-approved Lizzo makes you feel good about your weight, and it costs 90% less than Ozempic.
I've lowered my standards and my expectations.
In case studies, 70% of patients on Lizzo no longer cared how much they weighed.
I don't give two shits.
Some patients listening to
Oh, let me get to take it.
Fucking album!
out your ears. Are you living with concerns of obesity?
Ask about the power of not giving a fuck.
That's crazy.
She tries to, that's actually not the episode. She tries to say like, oh, I'm actually, oh, here's the actual thing. Yeah, here's the actual thing.
I just feel like, damn, I'm really that bitch. I'm really that bitch. I really showed the world how to love yourself and not give a fuck to the...
This is the same woman that, quote unquote, quit music because people kept calling her fat. And by the way, I guarantee, there's my Charles Barkley impression, she will lose weight. She will lose weight in the next 3 years. Because if she doesn't, she will die. But she will lose weight just like they all do.
The point where they're
healthy at all sizes, and then they'll be like, oh, look at the stunning transformation. Oh, I just ate fruit skins and vegetable skins. It was all skin diet, the skin deep diet. All I ate was fruit skins. But what they don't tell you is that they had, 80 pounds liposuction, expensive personal trainer. They were taking all these weight loss drugs.
Men in Colorado know who the fuck I am and put it on their cartoon that's been around for 25 years. I'm really that bitch, and I'll show y'all how to not give a fuck, and I'm going to keep on showing you how to not give a fuck. Oh, Lizzo, bitch.
That's an incredible cope. I mean, imagine, a lot of people was like, nah, South Park ate with this one. Everyone's just laughing. Nah, Lizzo. Do we really need a response from Lizzo on the South Park episode? How's the lawsuit going on? People are pointing out that she's being sued by a bunch of people that work for her for simply vile things. The whole situation to me is hilarious. I think South Park is far from where it was once day. I don't love these, I wish they could get their contract stuff sorted because they just keep putting out these special events instead of new episodes. But the last couple have been pretty good. And I think this show does talk about the healthcare system, which I do agree has a long way to go for people. I think that calling out celebrities for pretending that they just worked real hard and got fit, except for they've been hoarding this drug that people who have actual health problems need. I mean, if the drug company itself is coming out and saying, please stop buying our stuff and stealing it from the people who actually need it, that's also calling out the doctors who are prescribing it, right? Hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Go enjoy the South Park weight loss episode, and we'll talk to you again real soon.